We are speaking of two different levels. You are talking about the diplomatic level, and I'm talking about basic justice, about basic equality, about basic values. And this interests me 10 times more than what Abbas declared or not. I want to live in a just state, and I don't live in a just state. I live in an apartheid state. And this will not be solved through diplomatic arrangements. It will be solved, first of all, when Israel will realize what we have done to the Palestinian people over the last 100 years. Until we realize this, we cannot get to anything. And we don't realize it, we deny it. And you really reflect all the talking points of the Israeli propaganda, which is fine. I was in your place when I was young. I believed in everything you said, until I realized that my brain was washed for years. I was told we are the David and they are the Goliath, that they want to kill us, that they were born to kill, that we are the just ones and only the just ones, that we are the ultimate victims. All those things I was told, until I started to look around and to realize that I was brainwashed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Israel are the ultimate victims. I agree. I think especially the very Zionists, the far right people played up a bit. And I think to speak to that, I mean, on October 7th, it's not like you had a bunch of Palestinians in Israel or the West Bank rise up and join in some massive third intifada. I think that's a huge achievement. I think it shows a lot to the mindset of the Palestinians living in Israel and the West Bank, that they're not all trying to kill all the Jews. I agree with that. But I mean, nothing historically in this region has ever come from some group of people just realizing a thing, right? It took commitments from Carter and Sadat to get Begin to come to the table and figure out peace with Egypt. And that only came after Israel's troubling performance of 73, right, in the Yom Kippur War. And it took the fall of the Soviet Union and the Madrid Peace Conference and talks with Jordan to finally get Israel to have peace with Jordan as well. Like, none of these things just happened spontaneously. Like, they were off the backs of either large wars or big, like, diplomatic efforts by leaders that were willing to stake out really brave positions. And I think that has to happen, rather than expecting like a sudden change in consciousness from the entire society to change a particular thing.
So by and large, Stephen, you are comfortable with the state that the mass killing, I don't want to use the word genocide, even though there's genocidal elements, who killed masses of people in Gaza, who distracted the whole Gaza Strip, who is now doing the same in Lebanon. You are comfortable with this. You really believe that it's all because of self-defense, the right for self-defense. You really believe that Israel is still the victim and the Palestinians are the evil ones. I don't know where to start even.
I mean, I'm not comfortable with it. It needs to change, but just paying lip service to it and saying it's a horrible state of affairs doesn't do anything. If that would have worked, then we would have seen peace between Israel and the Palestinians 24 years ago with the boss. We would have seen peace, with Arafat. We would have seen peace with the boss. We would have seen peace with the Great March of Return. It just doesn't happen. There has to be leadership that takes a brave step to change the state of affairs. And until both sides feel that impetus, that pressure, nothing is going to change. Just pointing at the situation and going, this is so bad, it hasn't done anything yet. Why would we expect it to do anything in the future?
My main complaint to you is that you look at both sides as symmetrical, and they are not. I try to explain it and trying again. We are not two symmetrical parties who are struggling over one piece of land.